So please welcome to the stage one of today's leading experts on consumer attitudes and behavior, Nielsen's Vice President for Global Consumer Insights, James Russo. James?
And what we're going to be talking about today is really this correlation between consumer confidence and ad effectiveness. You know, the question that we are going to explore collectively and ultimately answer is during really volatile economic climates, which we go back to 2006, 2007, and exists even today, understanding what's going on here in Europe, how consumer sentiment affects retail sales and ad effectiveness. The world has changed permanently. Let's get that straight, right? Technology and how we use it, hopefully not many of you right now are using technology, but how we are using it has dramatically changed. The marketplace has tremendously changed. How we analyze consumers has changed as well. But I'm talking about something a little bit more dramatic than that. These mega trends that exist, which we all should really wrap our hands around. The first is this notion that every year 70 million consumers are adding to the global middle class. 70 million. And 80% of those consumers are residing increasingly in emerging markets. Right now there's 7 billion people on the planet, give or take a million. Okay, 7 billion people on the planet. 450 trillion, everyone on the planet, from that 1-year-old to the 100-year-old, has $64,000. That's sizing what we're talking about here. I just want to level set for you the magnitude of the opportunity that we're talking about. And it's really important because this discussion that we're going to have is not only around how to reach consumers. We get that. We understand how to reach consumers. Whether you're a manufacturer or a retailer or an ad agency, it's dramatically changing. Where we're taking this conversation, when we talk about ad effectiveness across economic cycles, is are you resonating with consumers and are you generating results? So I mentioned the importance of consumer confidence, right? Consumer confidence is the game changer in this conversation. So to level set where we were in the US very briefly, because we're focusing on 3 periods here. Pre-recession, that great recession, that significant decline, and then post-recession. That decline, which was historic, which resulted in about 9 million jobs lost, as well as millions of foreclosures, dramatically changed the landscape.
Hey, watch this. All right. Hilarious.
Windex. It's so powerful it starts to work even before you wipe, because everyone loves a streak-free shine.
Let's do it again.
Windex is best on glass.
Oh, that was a great, interesting, funny ad, but did the consumers recall the brand? And that's what we do in our methodology, is that the consumers recalled the ad and they recalled the brand. And then it's the likelihood to buy the product. So it's not just saying whether or not they like the ad, okay? And that's a really important dynamic. So when we do the analysis in the multicultural consumer, looking at the 7,000 ads, one of the findings that we had, and this is somewhat controversial, one of the findings that we had is how important is it to have an ethically represented actor in the commercial? It helps, it's important. This is from our ad effectiveness group, but it wasn't the deciding factor. The deciding factor was the message that a mom is a mom is a mom. A dad is a dad is a dad. It gets to the neurofocus piece of what we connect with and what messages we resonate with. And that's really contrary to some prevailing beliefs. It actually begs the question of, we got to do further analysis to understand this. Now, my point would be is you want to have an incredibly relevant ad, use, in this case, Hispanic actors and really drive home. 41% is great. I think you can go further with that. But drive it home with Hispanic actors in this case, with a message that resonates, and then measure it in the market that you're focusing on.
Well, what do you say, James Russo, a big round of applause?